Hi everyone, this is Danielle Prada. I'm here with podcast Sip and SOMA, but we're online today. We're live videoing, and we're doing YouTube stuff. So you're gonna hear this maybe, and you're gonna see it. These are my new friends from MAPSO Supply, and we are here at the SOMA General Store, the holiday pop-up shop on South Orange Avenue. And one of our sponsors is Hearth Realty, and they've been so generous to lend us this room for our little interview today, which just shout them out. So guys, I'd love for you to introduce yourselves, and I'm dying to hear how you all got started. So who wants to go first?
All right, so I'm Adam Krakauer. I'm a senior at Columbia High School.
I'm Tommy. I'm also a senior.
Yeah, Ethan, senior as well. I can tell you a little bit about how we got started.
Yeah.
So basically, Tommy and I started freshman year. We started MAPSO Supply. It was actually part of a school project called the Passion Project. Basically, the assignment was to do one thing that you're super passionate about for your whole lab period once a week. And me going into it, I mean, I'm interested in a lot of things, but I had no clue what I wanted to do. And I think Tommy didn't as well. There was actually one other kid, Sam, who started with us, but he kind of dropped out a little farther down the line. But anyway, so we didn't know what we wanted to do, so we thought, why not start a business? You know, just cause, and we didn't know what the business wanted to be, or what we wanted the business to be.
And when was this?
This was just at the beginning of freshman year.
So freshman year in high school, and you guys are seniors now?
Yeah.
Right.
Wow, that is some passion project. I did this with my students in 5th grade, and I thought it was super amazing.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Yeah.
For sure. And I think a lot of people in our class were like, oh, like, what can I just do for 45 minutes and get the grade and get it over with? But actually, the fact that a school project started this thing that we're now doing 4 years later is really awesome.
That's awesome. Can we shout out the teacher that gave you this awesome
Yeah,
project?
Miss Bockenheimer, our biology teacher.
Woo!
She's
All right.
best.
If she is on your Instagram, we need to tag her.
Sure.
Teachers are amazing.
Yes,
I
they
mean,
are.
that's pretty cool. All right, so you guys started the project freshman year. I did not hear that this gentleman was involved yet.
I came on a little later. So I would buy and sell clothes on like the side and sell them to MAPSO Supply usually.
Right.
And then eventually it's like, what's the point of me buying the clothes just to sell to my friends? So I just kind of joined the party.
Yeah.
All right, so
Here we
wait a
are
second.
now.
So you decide, passion project, we're going to be in business. How did you come up? So I want to talk to you about how you started doing that, but how did you guys come up with like MAPSO Supply?
So MAPSO is what we call ourselves. It's like Maplewood and South Orange. And I know adults like to go with the SOMA. I'm not really a fan.
I would say that I
Little bit of
chose
debate.
SOMA because of the Sip-In SOMA.
Right.
Sip-In MAPSO
The
didn't have the
alliteration.
same.
Yeah.
I'm a teacher.
Yeah.
Sip-In SOMA.
So I believe we started as MAPSO Steals and Deals,
Yeah,
right?
we actually started out as MAPSO Steals and Deals.
Yeah, that sort of flows.
Cheesy.
Steals and deals.
Yeah,
steals
like,
and deals.
Love
Nice and
it.
cheesy.
And I think when we brought Adam along, that's when we really turned into MAPSO Supply. At least that's what I consider MAPSO Supply.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've had so much like growth over time because it's like a 4-year process. Because we
Yeah.
started as freshmen and now we're seniors. And we originally started with just throwing in our own old clothes, just selling them to our friends. And that eventually turned into going out to New York City, for example, or local thrift stores, and just picking up items and starting to sell those. And that just over time built up until like the hype really started to grow.
So
And-
wait, before we get there, how did you guys start online right away? Or was
No,
it like...
It was Instagram, right?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
so we actually started going to some local thrift stores. There's like a few near here, and I remember like one of our first trips that we went, we came home with like 4 huge
gosh.
bags
Just
of
like a
stuff.
picture.
We were a picture of that.
And
Yeah, in front of the
now we're
garage.
really picky because we know what to buy, we know what not to buy. But then we were just like, oh my god, this is so cool, let's buy everything. And we had like so much stuff that took like years to sell.
We probably still have some.
But we started only selling through Instagram, which is kind of weird because Instagram isn't like a selling platform. We would just post up and say, direct message us if you're interested in buying it, and then we would have to go to PayPal and send someone an invoice. And that's how we did it originally. And
So you had like 20 steps to buy something from
Yeah,
your
exactly.
Not easy.
Like all the work on your side.
Yeah.
As a podcast host, you know, I'm the host, I'm the producer, I'm the developer, I'm the marketer. Like you guys saw me setting up here. It's like
exactly.
one woman show. So you guys are doing that and you're selling. So tell me next, what's the next step?
The website.
Yeah.
That was a big step for us.
We launched that. When did we launch that? early last year.
It was over a year ago now.
Yeah.
So for 2 years you were on Instagram.
Yeah, and it was just a
Yeah.
lot of direct messaging and
Yeah,
PayPal.
And it actually wasn't that bad. I mean, you would think that no one would want to buy stuff like that, but actually a significant amount of people did.
Well, looking at the lines, guys, we had lines on Black Friday at 14 South Orange Avenue. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And they brought the peeps.
was.
I think they brought the people.
Yeah,
it was
it
really
was
not my
amazing.
age group. It was really.
It's all high school.
Kept asking people, where are you from? They're like, Columbia High School. I'm like, okay, another person not
Yeah, it
online
was
from
amazing.
my generation. Yeah, no, so that's really cool. So I can't believe that you did 2 years of Instagram, because I feel like that must have been a lot to keep up with all those
Yeah,
stats.
It definitely was. And also a lot of our stuff was on eBay as well originally.
Yeah, we loved eBay.
Well, yeah.
eBay was good for us.
Because it's a little bit more, you don't have to be there.
Yeah,
You don't
it's a
have to be
little
checking the
easier.
DMs every day,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
When you put stuff up, it'll sit for 30 days for like a buy now. It usually takes a few times over. Like you repost, it would go through a 30-day cycle. No one reply, repost. That probably happened 2 or 3 times. And
So
then
how
we'd
did
get
you
our sale.
learn some of the selling techniques to get people to like?
Everything was just learning. It was because, like Ethan said, we'd come home with bags full of stuff. In our minds, we thought these were good buys,
They're
but
just
we
not
would
good
learn
buys.
that it was just pointless stuff that we were buying that we really couldn't move, at least not in like a timely fashion.
Mhm.
Right.
And I think another big step for us was kind of figuring out the actual shopping experience. So like when we started, we were taking like iPhone pictures like in my hallway, and then throwing those up on Instagram and
Yeah.
never like showing people what the clothes look like on someone. And then now what we're doing is, you know, we have quality pictures on my deck outside, lots of product photos, and then as well we're doing on-body pictures and like lookbooks, we like to call them, where like you can see what stuff looks like with an outfit on. So that really changed a lot. And also we changed the format of how we sell stuff. We used to just post stuff when we got it, and now we're doing like a drop every 2 weeks or so of clothes, so we'll kind of get as much as we can and then put it on the website on one day. So it's a lot easier that way.
Yeah,
It makes more
it's
sense.
so okay. I'm listening to all of these things, and I think that it's really good business. Like a lot of things you're talking about are really good business savvy things that you're doing. How did you figure these things out? Did you have mentorship? Did you just like look at what other people were doing?
There's a lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
So we buy a lot of stuff that just sits for a long time, and eventually we'll just like put in like a $5 box or something. But now we spend a lot more time picking out what we're buying. We think about the customer more now than we used to.
Yeah, that's
so
exactly
like
how to put it.
we're like, will my friend buy this? Like, no. Will my other friend buy this? Yes. So we'll we're literally buying stuff for people we know, and then we assume other people will buy that.
Hey guys, we're back again with MAPSO Supply. This is awesome. So we're still having a conversation about entrepreneurship and what they learned. And guys, you know, you've been great about looking at the camera and looking at me. You know, it's all organic here. We're all like, figure it out. Okay.
Yeah. So you just asked the question about like do we have mentors? How do we grow? And like Adam said, it was all just trial and error. Like we messed up, we learned, and maybe some things weren't even mistakes. It was just we realized this could really help us. And it's just like been a big growth for us, and we realized the importance of certain aspects, how some things aren't really important, and like Adam said, we started to pick for our consumer.
Yeah.
Like we have customers who, Ethan read a book. What was the book you read? Was it the Nike one?
A few.
This
So
summer.
you're like the business book reader. Like you read those books.
You read a
and I'm
book
like,
about marketing. You
I-
came to me.
Oh,
and
yeah.
What was the number?
So there was this one book I picked up called The One-Page Marketing Plan, which kind of took you through a whole bunch of marketing techniques and, you know, like buying for the customer and stuff like that. At the moment, I'm reading Crushing It by Gary Vaynerchuk. Do you read it?
Yes, I love it.
And we're reading nothing.
I thought about that when you were saying you're making videos all the time and stuff, because that's exactly the same.
Gary Vee is, I mean, are you on Instagram?
Yeah.
Do you have
Yeah,
him?
yeah,
Yeah, he's like
yeah,
so
he's good.
inspirational
He's
because
great.
you open up, I swear, he's got a video like every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He does.
Every time I open up, he's like, you can do it.
Yeah, he's
I'm
got
like,
the
thank you,
energy.
Gary Vee.
I also read Phil Knight's
I read that
founder of
one, too.
Nike's memoir
Yeah?
recently, and that was just an
That
was a
incredible
really good
book.
one.
Yeah?
It didn't actually like tell you that much about
No.
how to run a business, but just it was just really inspirational story.
Well,
So-
it just, I think that, so just to interject here, it's great reading like the inspirational stories of some really big people out there, but what I love is that, so we're all us, we're in the SOMA general store, the holiday pop-up shop, right? And there's 50 people that are selling, 50 entrepreneurs, 50 makers, artisans,
Yeah.
people that have shops that are bringing their things here, like the Mercantile, like they have a seating area set up. We're selling furniture, clothing,
Yeah, there's so
you know,
much.
Little of
there's-
everything.
and it's for
Mhm.
every age group, and there's something for, the price points are really good.
Yeah, they're really good.
So I just feel like what I'm learning as an entrepreneur is from you guys. Definitely.
Yeah,
I mean,
me
I
too.
love having this conversation
Yeah,
because I'm like,
that's
oh, I
awesome.
should go do that. I should go check that out. And then I think Amy and Deb, who run, you know, the SOMA General Store,
Yeah, they did a great job.
Deb, who has Work and Play, the
Mhm.
local, you know, co-working space,
Mhm.
all of us really network all the time and learn from
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
And so I found out about you guys, and you guys found out about Deb and Amy from how? How did we all get together? Like, how did you
So-
get to know Deb and Amy? Because
Yeah.
I know them from my children.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if anyone watching knows MAPSO Juice, but good friends Kubi Bolu and Ralph, who films, they have been going around doing interviews with these local business owners, and they went to Columbia High School as well, so they reached out to us.
Mhm.
We did an interview with them, and then a couple weeks later they had done an interview with Amy and Deb, and we connected through them, which was awesome. We appreciated that so much. And then we were able to have an interview with Amy and Deb, and then kind of go from there. We got on the SOMA General Store website, which was awesome, and then we finally got approved for the pop-up shop, which is
Yeah,
amazing,
that's
a
huge
huge
step
step.
for us,
Right.
which we're really like honored to be a part of it.
Yeah, I mean, what I love about what they're doing is that they're bringing the online person to
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
brick and mortar shop.
Mhm.
Because when people are online, they don't get to know you and get to see you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so now, that's why I'm doing the video. Like, I want people to get to know you and see you. I'm inspired by what you're doing. It's what I always hoped for as a teacher. Like, my passion project that I did with my students, the Genius Hour project,
Yeah.
I just wanted them to learn how to learn. That was my
Exactly.
goal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Like, the goal of a teacher is
Organic
like,
knowledge.
yeah, like how do you get knowledge without me being
Yeah.
there?
Mhm.
Like I want you to go off and do it. And I had kids that would go home. It's supposed to be 1 hour a week in school, and they would go home and work for it for 40 hours.
Yeah.
You know, like it
Mhm.
became
Yeah, that was like what it was for us.
right.
We took that.
Right.
It was one period a week, and it's turned into something that where I'm confident to say I spend at least an hour every day working on something
Yeah,
related
that's
to
just-
this.
Yeah,
There's
that's
just so
great.
much going on where you really don't think about these inspirations, but the smallest things. Something that I've learned is that small things make big things happen. So that small little project has now turned into our online company, and now we've today opened up our first shop and part of our first shop.
That's great. And
part.
so Black Friday, just want to kind of end with 2 things. One is, how did Black Friday go for you guys so far?
Awesome.
It was better than expected. Like,
Oh my gosh.
It is. For me, like the most satisfying thing
Yeah.
is seeing like our own friends coming and being here and like actually
such a
loving what we're putting out.
support.
Like a couple last year and the year before that, we were in a flea market, which was like in Columbia High School, and we were selling our stuff in like, just the cafeteria there. And it's just so satisfying seeing like people actually want like what you have, and I mean just everyone is so supportive, and it's like amazing.
Yeah.
It's a really good
That's
feeling.
great.
If you want to show, man.
So today we came out with the MAPSO crew necks.
Get that-
I know
get
this
that
might
in
be a
there.
podcast as well.
So
So for the person listening, just visualize we're maps on the crew neck.
So we
Yeah.
had around 15 in store today, and they sold out in about. They sold out before the doors opened,
Yeah.
really, but
Yeah, we
like
had
in 3 minutes
I'd
they're
be
all out of the
confident.
store.
We had a line of 40 outside.
Yeah, a line of 30 outside.
Something like that.
I don't know. I got some pictures. I'm thinking
Yeah.
more like
Yeah.
40. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's just a great thing to have. Just
Yeah.
the reason why I think we've really been successful is just MAPSO or SOMA. Like
Yeah, it's just a community
people want to
based.
support each other. You don't see this
Yes.
where there's a pop-up of 50 plus vendors with the idea of shop local,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
also what SOMA General brings. It's like I think what they call themselves is like the Amazon of local.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
I'm always like, don't use their name. Don't give them any more credit. Like,
Yeah.
we're the local
Right.
hyper local online shopping.
Yeah, I love what they're doing.
Yeah, it's great. Okay, so guys, we're gonna end our video, but we're gonna come back with them with more in the next couple weeks, so stay tuned. But before we go, people are gonna come down here, Black Friday shopping all season.
Yeah.
Where would you tell them to like come to do before they shop or after they shop? Like, what would you recommend for food, for hanging out?
I mean, personally, I had the chance to meet Kat, who is the owner of Sadie's and Kitchen a la Mode, I believe.
Yep.
She's an awesome lady. She's super nice. She was super helpful. She supplied the mannequins. So I'd definitely say go shop at Sadie's. She has some really nice clothes there.
Totally great.
And then Kitchen a la Mode has like what you need in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Slice and dice, like
For
whatever you need.
Yeah, pots, pans.
For food, you need to go to Jack and Son.
Jack and Son's
Best
very good.
baklava out of Israel.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I love their baklava.
It's delicious.
Able Baker, personal favorite of
Yeah.
mine.
It's
I'll
really
I'll
good.
go there and just like buy a snack, buy a coffee, and just do my homework there for like 5 hours just because I like it. And it's just
Yeah.
an awesome little store.
That's great. And I'm a big fan of Miti Miti. I don't know if you guys
I've
have
not
had
been
their
there.
tacos
I
yet.
just went. Oh,
I heard the tacos are really good though.
I already did an Instagram like video series of me
Miti
eating
Miti's
their
good.
tacos, and
Right.
I'm
Gotta
like
get in there.
so
It's good.
obsessed.
It's
They're
good.
delish.
Yeah, I recommend Miti Miti.
Yeah, cool. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna say goodbye for now, but please come on down, check out SOMA General Store, check out these guys online
Yeah,
at MAPSO Supply,
Mhm.
Facebook,
We do
Yeah.
have Facebook.
Instagram,
Yeah.
MAPSO Supply.
and then you have your website,
Yeah.
and it's MAPSOsupply.com.
MAPSOsupply.com.
Awesome.
Very
They're
simple.
on SOMA General Store. They're here. They're everywhere.
Thank you for having
Yeah,
us.
thank you.
Oh my gosh,
This
thank
is
you
a
guys
great
so
time.
much. And